Awesome. Welcome, everybody, to a little Friday Mindful Yin. We just want to give folks a couple of minutes to set up. I have a couple blocks here and a strap and then a bolster. If you do not have the yoga props at home, like most of us, just feel free to grab, if you have a beach towel. I find towels to actually be the best substitute for the bolster because you can fold them to get that firmness. And also books if you need for the blocks. I'm going to go ahead and show our starting shape while we're waiting for folks to join. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, okay. How's that? That's probably clearer. Yeah? All right. So let's start with a nice supported fish. If you want to use your blocks for the fish, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to model the bolster. Just to be mindful of the bolster going right at the base of the spine. So we want the entire back or the majority of the back to be supported. And you're going to lie back here. And you want to maybe take your booty, like just take the flesh and bring it down a little bit so that we're not increasing the arch in our lumbar. And then feel the shoulders come down and relax and allow the arms to relax. To make sure that the back is really comfortable, open those feet as wide as the yoga mat. I guess maybe. And then as you know, once you found this sort of starting grounding shape, the invitation, if it feels comfortable, to just close the eyes. And really gently allow yourself to rest. If you're joining the class a little bit late, this is our starting shape, so feel free to take your time and set yourself up in a sweet way. And we'll be resting here for about 5 minutes. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. I'm just noticing what's on our mind this morning, what's present for us. And as I will gently point to us noticing our thoughts and our mind, a sweet reminder that we don't observe the mind from a place of judgment, right? So not shoulding ourselves or shaming ourselves for having any thought. It's a gentle, sweet practice to notice the thoughts without judgment. Just to observe our patterns, to know this internal world. And to meet it just as it is. And breathing in and breathing out. For these last 10 full breaths, let's see how deeply we can release the weight of the body into the earth. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the forehead. Really observing the body being breathed. Let's give ourselves 2 more full breaths here. As you yogis might know, or most likely know, I can't tell, but we like to move really slow in this class. So everything is part of the practice, nothing's separated. So as we begin to move, still noticing the breath, we're going to sweetly and slowly make our way to our right side. And we're just going to curl up in fetal position, just rounding the back and getting all nice and curled up. We'll be taking just a couple of breaths here. Curled up. Check in with any tension, right? So check in with the shoulders and the jaw. Relax the hips. And really just being held here. And let's invitation to just take 4 more deep breaths here. On that sweet inhale, you'll just begin to move the body nice and easy. And we're going to gently make our way on up. So taking your time, being on in our pandemic, I have found personally what a wonderful opportunity to practice slowness even more. So we're going to make our way to hands and knees. Coming into, starting with that upper back, the thoracic spine, with the wonderful supported position. We're going to continue a bit with that work. I'm going to invite us to start with a melting heart this morning. So others, if yin is new to you, it's rooted really in Taoism, which is a ancient Chinese philosophy. That everything is slow and that we hold these shapes from anywhere to 3 to 7 minutes. So there's a lot of practice in this specific style here. So with hands and knees, bringing the belly in a bit, we're going to extend those arms out in front of you as far as you're able to, but you want to keep the tailbone in the air and start to bring the heart and the forehead down towards the earth. If you find that you have any shoulder sensitivities, any old injuries, then go ahead and bend the elbows to lessen that intensity. If you do have blocks, this is not necessary. It's only for some folks who prefer this kind of sensation. You can also place those blocks underneath the forearms, resting here. Some folks prefer to have a block on their forehead, and then the arms extending out. And then once you find your shape, just a couple things to be aware we want to first really release the tailbone towards the ceiling. So similar to the downward facing dog, this is also called puppy dog or a half dog. So keeping that tailbone lengthening and really releasing the lumbar. Feel the center of the heart right between the chest start to melt a little deeper towards the earth. And then check in with the jaw and the forehead. And we'll breathe here. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing where the mind is, softening through the shoulders. Just noticing maybe there's some activity going on around you at home. Something that I like to do with sound is just observe the sounds, whether it's little people in the house or partners or animals or cars. Staying with our breath and allow the sounds to just move in and out of the space. If it's available in your body, invitation to take 5 more full breaths here. Nice work, everybody, regardless of however it looked. Take your time, nice and easy. We're going to slowly place ourselves back into a tabletop here. So while we're here, just take a moment and just kind of give yourself some free movement. I personally like some circles here to get into each shoulder joint. It's a little therapeutic. And then we're going to move into the lower back, our sacrum, which is kind of my favorite when it comes down to it, because it's game for everything that we do as far as movement in the body and stability. So we're going to go ahead and lower down nice and easy. And for me, I like to kind of just wiggle out everything, because with yin, we're not engaging muscles. So we want to move this pressure, this eustress, beyond the muscles and into connective tissue and our joints. So what I'm saying here is relax. What I'm saying is to relax the glutes, relax the legs. So it's not like our normal active flow. We keep everything relaxed. Make sure the elbows are directly next to the chest. So you have about a 90 degrees here on the arms. Feet are relaxed. If you find that this is a little bit too much sensation for your low back, you're welcome to bring the forearms here, stacking them, and then placing the head on the forearms. For my friends who like a lot of high sensation, at any point in this long hold, you're welcome to straighten the arms and go deeper into the back bend. You just keep the pelvis on the floor. So wherever we are, let's see if we can soften into the shape. Find the breath. This moment is the only place that life happens. Everything else is constructed in the thinking of the future or the thinking of the past. And where the breath is, where the sounds are happening, where the heart is beating, this is it. Have a little neck movement if you haven't already. You're welcome to start to explore the neck here. Nice and slow. Always this constant exploration of what we have about 1 more minute here. That's about 10 full breaths. Noticing where the mind is. No judgment. And not even judging if we are judging. That sweet practice of coming home and noticing the one that you live with, the one that you're born with, and the one that you will transition with. You are the one. Giving ourselves 2 more full breaths. And then we'll slowly come to the earth. Bending the legs if you'd like, and just windshield wipe those legs left and right. Roll it out. And we're going to take a little rest, transition. So taking our left ear to the mat, bringing our right arm high and our left arm low. And then I'm going to bring my right knee up as high as I'm able and see if I'm able to even spread the pelvis towards the earth. And we'll breathe here. And feel the way the earth is holding the body. To heal, to take care of you. One last full breath here. Slow as you're able, sweetly switching sides. Place that right here on the mat. Left knee comes up, left arm high, right arm low. And once we find our shape, see how much we can just melt into the earth. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. See with each exhale if we can relax a little deeper. Taking our last 2 full breaths here. Beautiful. If you find that you just want to stay right here, continue to rest, please do so. You feel ready to move and set up for our next shape, I invite you to gently push yourself on up, and we'll come back into the tabletop. I invite us to pigeon this morning to balance with some hips. So I'm going to model a fuller expression or a more intense expression of pigeon, which is, as most of us might know who are familiar with the practice, is not for every body. It's a very intense flexion on the knees, and sometimes it can actually hit up any kind of psoas imbalance. So to take it easy. So we'll start with the right side, bringing that right knee up to the right wrist. Now, I will, even though we don't use muscles, right? So we're keeping everything soft for yin. I tend to flex my right foot as I'm preparing to set up, just to make sure that that knee is being supported by those muscles because it is in so much flexion. And then I slide that left leg back and I'm going to sit square on my hips. Now, if I have space under this right hip in the earth, I want to put a block, a blanket, a t-shirt. You want to get support under that right hip. Take just a moment here to feel what's going on in your body. And then as you're ready, we'll settle in and rest into it by coming onto the forearms, relaxing head and neck, and melting here. For my friends that know this is not the shape for their body, you're gonna move to your back. And you're gonna take, we're starting on that right side, you'll take the right ankle just above that left knee, and then you can pull the unit of the legs towards the body. So whatever your shape is, I'm sure it's perfectly perfect and lovely. Make sure nothing feels sharp or acute. Intense, yes, but nothing painful. And then we find our breath. And we settle in. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the forehead. Breathing out. This is your first time holding pigeon for the yin period of time, and really create a lot of intensity. So the invitation here is, as that intensity might be building, that's how much we're going to slow the mind down with the breath. Following a breath, breathing into the sensation. With that really clear knowing that if you need to back off at any time to take care of yourself. Taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Beautiful. So for my friends on the back, stay right there. You can unwind the legs, roll around. For the rest of us, I'm going to show you my favorite way to come out of this shape, which is the least active and some might call lazy way to get out. Feel free to do a down dog. Some folks love to integrate down dog. Do your thing. For me, what I like to do, pushing myself up, whew, and then I like to just kind of gently, mindfully, being mindful of my knees especially, roll onto that right hip. Oh yeah. And then swing that other leg around. Whew. Give it a little shake out. Do what feels good. Just take a moment to transition before otro lado, other side, as we know. I will also show you another way of coming into the pigeon for those that are on the front of our body. So just like we were sitting in Sukhasana or crisscross applesauce, I can set my left leg, this is for pigeon on the left side, my left leg this way. Just how I came out of it by leaning on the hip, I'm going to do the same thing to go into it by extending that right leg back. I have that little left foot flex just a little bit, just as I'm setting myself up. That's for my own maintenance of this body, right? And then you'll most likely find a difference in the two sides. So take a minute, find the breath, feel what's present, feel the tightness. Get whatever support you need under this left hip, if there's any space between that left hip and the earth. Otherwise, come on down. Feel ourselves settle into the shape. Unlock the jaw. Relax the lips and the forehead. Relax through that outer left hip and start to bring that right hip rounded and square towards the earth. Right now, there's nothing to do. At this time, this work, this healing is for you. Staying with the breath. In. Breathing out. Relax through the system. Wherever the sensation is the most intense, invitation to concentrate your breath right into that area. Noticing the breath. try to keep the shoulders soft, even if they're supporting. And if you're up for it, I'll walk us through our final 6 full breaths. Taking a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Last 2. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. And last exhale. Take your time, nice and slow. I'm going to get out my lazy way. For my friends on the back, stay on your back. We're going to be meeting you there. So just moving nice and slow. Taking our time, and we're going to meet on our back. And then once you've landed on the back, oh, that nice. And the earth is always there until it's not, right? We had Earth Day yesterday, right? Which is interesting because none of us can about the earth, so it's funny we just give it a day. Anyway, so as we're being held by the earth, let's bring those knees to chest and roll around nice and easy. And my friends who had just done the reclining pigeon on the back, similar on our back, placing that right ankle just above the left knee, left foot stays on the floor. This big bone, our femur bone, let it soften and rest in the hip socket. Without changing the shape of the legs, just allow the unit of the legs to fall to the left. Keep this right shoulder grounded. Yeah. You're going to get hopefully a nice little lateral stretch, a little bit of the hip flexor, a little bit of the IT bands. Just feeling the belly as it rises and falls with the breath. And just noticing where the mind is. Or writing emails or running errands already, or whatever we're doing mentally, it's not what we're doing physically. So we're overworking before we actually physically are doing that which we're thinking about, while missing that which is right now. Of course, none of that is bad and wrong. It's just becoming aware how the mind works and how we can manage our reactions and gain deeper understanding to who we are. And even if that understanding is I'm just a mess. embracing and accepting you just as you are. Staying with the breath. Following a breath all the way in and all the way out. And taking our last 4 full breaths here. So for me to keep this really safe and gentle, nice and slow, I'll use that left leg, the bottom leg, to bring and support the unit of the legs coming back to the center. We're going to hold on to this right knee and slowly, if it's available, extend that left leg flat on the floor. Give yourself a good squeeze with this right knee. Feet are relaxed, jaw is unlocked. I'm gonna invite us, if you're comfortable, to a half happy baby. You're welcome to stay right here. This also stretches our psoas, which are difficult to stretch at times. So you can stay right here and get a lot of goodness from this shape. If you want to open up into a half happy baby, I'm going to invite you to grab either the ankle or the outer right foot, and you want to start to bring that knee towards the earth, keeping the pelvis flat and grounded, and then opening the one leg here. And we breathe. Unlock the jaw. Soften the eyelids. Soften the forehead. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. And I'll guide us if you'd like to join. Taking a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. My last breath. Inhale. And exhale. On On that exhale, slowly bringing that right leg back to the earth. Placing that right foot on the earth. Take our left leg, left ankle places just above the right knee. Let's rest here, just a breath or two. And then as you're ready, take the unit of the legs over to the right. And we'll breathe here. Just noticing where the mind is, maybe what waves that we've ridden. No judgment, just a sweet invitation to come back and follow a breath. Allowing for sound to move in and out of space. I'm taking 4 more full breaths here. All right, dears, take your time. Use that bottom leg, slowly come back to the center. Grab on or hold on to that left leg. If it's available, extend your right leg flat, and then we'll squeeze this left knee in, and that should feel real nice. Relax the shoulders. Feel the breath. Relax the feet. You can stay holding here, or if you feel comfortable, grabbing the outer left foot or that ankle and coming into half happy baby. You're also welcome to use a strap too, or belt, a necktie. Softening into the shape, staying with our breath. in. Breathing out. I know. Breathing out. On this next inhale, we're going to slowly bend that right leg. Place that left ankle just above the right knee and allow that left leg to rest. Unwinding the legs. I'm going to invite us into butterfly, where we bring the bottom of the feet together and allow the knees to fall open. You might want to place blocks underneath each thigh if you have support there. And then be mindful of the arms, hands, right? Sometimes a healing touch where we place our hands on our body for some gentle healing can be really nice. Sometimes arms up overhead can be really nice. Maybe sometimes out to the side. Take in that moment, find your shape, and we'll settle into it. Checking in with the inner thighs and the shoulders, using the breath. And we'll have one more minute here, about 10 more full breaths if that's available. Some of us might feel like this shape is perfect for our Shavasana, our final resting shape. If you prefer to come into something more comfortable, take a moment and set yourself up for Shavasana. Traditionally, Shavasana, we're laid out on our mat, arms are wide, legs are wide. And I just invite you to take a moment to find a shape that feels really comforting and cozy. Maybe on the belly, maybe curled up. And then as you get settled in for your final shape, if you're not already there, we're just going to enjoy a couple minutes of rest, and I'll guide us out after. Enjoy. Sweet invitation to just take a moment and internally acknowledge our gratitude. Just asking ourselves, what is it that I am grateful for in this moment, in this day, in this week? And just notice. And then we'll come back into the body. We'll come on up to seated if you feel like it, or just stay right there. Maybe you've fallen asleep and you get to sleep a little bit longer. Just want to say thank you all for practicing today and taking care of yourself today and always.